Hello and welcome. In today's lesson, we are going to write your first assembly Hello World program. But before we do that, let's first create a shortcut to our FASM. So look for the FASM folder and then right click on this exe file and drag it to the desktop and release, and then select Create Shortcuts here. So now you have a shortcut which you can use to open this editor anytime you like. So the next thing you do is go to your C drive, and we are going to create a projects directory to put all our FASM projects. So to do that, just click anywhere in here and then select a new folder icon, create new folder, and then call it FASM-PROJS for FASM projects. Now I'll just sort alphabetically, and now it's there. So from now onwards, every time we create a new project, we'll put it in this directory. Now go ahead and download today's lesson files from the resource section. So today's file is 01hello. So after you have downloaded it, cut it and put it in your new directory. Paste it in here and then unzip it. Now you can delete the zip file, and now you have a new folder, the unzip folder. So open it and you will see a new file inside here called hello.asm. If you don't see the .asm extension, you can enable it by going to View, and under View, look for Options, change folder and search options, and under View, over here, make sure you uncheck this, and click Apply. So once you uncheck it, you'll be able to see the file extension. Now the next thing we want to do is to associate this ASM file, which stands for assembly file, to this program. So to do that, we need to tell Windows to associate it with this file, with this program. So right click on it, and then over here, select Open With, and then scroll down to choose another app, and then over here, click on this checkbox. Always use this app to open SM files, and then scroll down and look for more apps, and then scroll down further, look for another app on this PC, and then click on the C drive and go to your FASM installer folder. So FASM W, and then here select this file, and then click Open. So from now on, whenever you double click on this file, Windows will use this program to open the SCM file. So now let's open this file and see what is inside. So this is the code for your first assembly, which prints a hello world message. I will explain to you every single line here. The first line is a command. Our command starts with semicolon, and commands are not executed. They are just for the programmer's reference. So you can write the name of the file here and some explanatory notes. Like for example, this file, this program will print the message hello world. The next line, format PE console, tells the assembler that this is a PE file, portable executable, and it is a console app. Console means run from the command line. Then you have the entry start. So this tells the assembler that you are going to start here. So this is the start entry point for the program. So this is a keyword and this is a label. So this label can be anything you like, but normally we use the label start. So every label has a name followed by a colon. The next line, include win32a.inc, is to include the helper libraries for Windows programs. We will need to use this in all our Windows programs, so make sure you include this library. And then this is another command, but we use it as a separator. So we use this line to separate every section. So there's one section here, another section here, and the third section here. So this is for cosmetic reason. We make it look nice and easier to read. So every section starts with a section keyword. As you can see, section, section, section. So every program must have a section called text. And the text section is where you write your instructions, code. And you also make this section readable and executable. So this is the part where all your instructions will be found. And then to store your data or variables, we will have another section called the data section. The data section, as you can see, mentions data, and it is readable and writable. And this line is how we create strings. So to create a string, we give a name for the string, in this case hello, followed by the directive db. db means to create bytes and then data bytes, and so create a byte string. That means create a string consisting of bytes, HELLO spacebar WORLD, and then this symbol here is carriage return and new line. So to see this, you can check out further. Open your browser and look for hex carriage return line feed. So the symbol for carriage return is the hexa value, hexadecimal 0D, and line feed 0A. Together, they are known as new line. So 0D is this one, carriage return, and 0H is your line feed. And then the last one is a null terminator to terminate the string. So if you want to create another string, just type it here, maybe a goodbye message. And then if you don't want to put the new line character, you can just leave it out. But you need to put the null terminator in order to end the string. Now let's go to the text part, the code part. So every time the program runs, it will go to the entry point, which is here, the start label, and start executing the code. Now this, you have seen this kind of syntax before. Whenever you have a call to a function, prior to the call, it will push the parameter. So the printf is a function, and the printf makes use of this parameter. So in this case, the hello here is pushed to the stack first before you call the function. So printf makes use of this string. This is a string, and prints the message hello world. And thereafter, it will clean the stack. So this is necessary in order to clean the stack, remove this from the stack. Whenever you have a push, you should also have an add. So the add here will remove 4 bytes from the stack. to clear 4 bytes from the stack. So ESP is a stack pointer. Now this is only necessary if you are using non-window API functions. So printf is not a window API function, it is a C function which comes from this library. So MSVRCT means Microsoft Visual C runtime. So printf comes from there. I will explain to you soon, in a short while, this session. So after you have finished printing the message hello world to the screen, you will then call another function called exit process. Exit process is a window API function which is coming from this library, kernel32 DLL. Alright, so now we come to the third section, which is the import data section. So this is where you import all your libraries. So you should have this property, import data readable. So the first line here is where you specify what libraries you want to use. Now notice this escape character. So this special character means you want to split this into 2 lines. If you don't want to use this character, you can delete it, but you have to move this up to the first line, like this. Same with this. If you didn't want to use this, then you can move this up here. But normally we will just put it in 2 lines so that it's easier to read, like this. So in this line, you can see that we are using 2 libraries, kernel32 and Microsoft Visual C runtime. So this is the file of the DLL, and this is the symbol that is used inside the program. Now once we specify the library here, we can now import the library and the function that we need from the library. So we import the kernel32, this API, exit process, and then we import the printf function from this library. So once you have done the imports like this, you are now able to use them in your program up here. So let us run the program now. To run the program, you click on run and then compile. Now if you go and look at this folder, there is no exe file, so we have to compile it first. So let's see what happens when we compile. Run, compile. Okay, so there's a mistake here. So over here, we forgot to put the comma. So just put a comma there, and then run, compile. Now it's okay. So when you compile, you will see a new file is created, the portable executable file with the extension exe. Now in order to run this file, you can go here, open the command prompt, type cmd, and navigate to this folder. So we copy the path, copy, over here, type cd to change directory, right click to paste the path, press enter. So now we are in this folder, and we can type dir to list the contents of the directory, and we see the hello exe is there. To run it, just type hello, just press HE and press tab key, and press tab key again, and you can automatically get auto completion. So every time you press the tab key, it will auto complete for you. You don't have to type so long. Again, HE, press tab key until you get the exe file. Now you press enter, and hello world is shown. Okay, so now let's see what happens here. After hello world is shown, you will go to new line. So this is how printf works. Printf will print this hello world. That means it will take this string and print it. So when it prints this string, at the end of the string, it also prints a new line. That's why you can see it goes to a new line. If I were to delete the new line characters and compile it again and rerun it again, I can press the up arrow key to go back to my previous command and then press enter, and now you see there is no new line character at the back. So this is how the new line character works. Okay, so what if you wanted to print goodbye? If you wanted to print goodbye, we can just copy this and paste it down here. And change the string to this one, goodbye. So just type goodbye and then now run, compile, click OK, and now let's run it. Press up arrow key to go back to the previous command, press enter. So now it prints two strings, hello world and immediately goodbye. And notice the two strings are printed on the same line because there is no new line character to go to a new line. So if you want it to go to a new line before we print the second string, we can reinsert the new line character here. So just reinsert 0D H and 0A 0AH. So if you forgot what the new line character is, go and look for it from the browser. Carriage return is 0D, line feed is 0A. So together it is a new line. 0D, 0A is new line. 0D, 0A. The H at the back is hexadecimal. It tells the assembler that these two numbers are hexadecimal. So now let us compile again. And let us run the program again. And you see now it prints it in two lines. So what happens is, when it comes to this printf, it will print the first hello message. And then there's a new line here. So it prints a new line by going to the new line. And then it comes to the second printf here. And the second printf will print the second string over here. And you get the second string. And after it's finished, it goes to the third instruction, exit process. It calls an exit process function and exit. So push 0 means you are pushing 0 as a parameter to exit. So if you want to know more detail about exit process, you can search MSDN exit process. Press enter and click on the first result and you can see. So this exit process has a parameter called the exit code. And the exit code is the code for the process and all threads. Like that. So normally we will pass 0 for the exit code to indicate that there are no errors in the execution of the program. Okay, so this is how to write a program in assembly, and we have just finished our first hello world and goodbye program. So goodbye, I'll see you in the next lesson. Thank you for watching.